We're here. We're back. It's fantastic Dizzy review, Yolked edition by Zseth. I don't
What makes it yolked?
What,
What is yolked
what
about
game
it?
is this? What is fantastic
I don't.
Dizzy?
Yeah. Why can't you just put the name of the game, not yolk?
How can I react and mooch off your content if I don't know the content? God, how much does it be a reaction YouTuber? God.
Yeah. It's not anybody supposed to make a living out here.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, let's watch. Like, comment, subscribe, come over to join our Discord.
Hey people, Seth here. To address some allegations, I'd like to ask a simple question. Are you really upset because I was on the flight logs? Or are you upset because you were never invited? Fantastic Dizzy is a game, which, unlike the highly optimized projects of today, is less than 800 kilobytes, and fits on a floppy with room to spare. It's a DOS game, so we play it on DOSBox. It's a tale older than time. You are an egg called Dizzy, and your egg girlfriend has been kidnapped. Save her before she gets groomed by the vaguely Arabic-looking wizard.
Before she gets groomed? Oh my god.
Groomed? Yeah, why use that verbiage? Come on.
Solve puzzles by using the right item. You can only hold free, and the only way to reshuffle them is by dropping them on the ground. It's a simple system, but it's an adventure game, so everything is an insane leap of logic. Deadly spikes, Persian rug, burning fireplace, bucket of water, which is exactly the same as the empty bucket of water, but has to be dropped into a specific pool of water to become the bucket of water, or else it doesn't work and you have to backtrack all the way to the graveyard. Also, because you're an egg, you roll like an egg. This can filter a lot of people as you'll roll into enemies. The Yolk Folk village is infested by spiders and snails, while the city is overrun by
never heard of this.
acidics. But none of these are as bad as the butterflies, which do no damage, but stun lock you long enough that you die by something else, as evidenced by the fact that he is healed not only by eating fruit, but by the mere presence of precious stones. Dizzy is a Semitic life form, and Grandpa Dizzy is probably some kind of century egg, which explains why he has to live in hiding out of fear of becoming an Asian man's delegate.
Poor old Grand Dizzy. He's very ill and has run out of medicine. He asked you to make him some.
The objective of this game is to collect 250 stars that lag your screen each time they appear. This is the intended experience, as increasing your CPU cycles will make the extra life minigame impossible, as the hourglass is tied to your clock speed. These stars are non-negotiable, and you can't finish the game without them. Some are sadistically placed, and you can't get to them except by falling in a particular manner from several screens away, let alone know of their existence. At some point, the game even expects you to shot yourself against butterflies to get the final star, while platforming on a series of clouds that sink the longer you put weight on them. But that's late game. Early game is getting filtered by the minecart, which boils down to a single strategy. Guessing. You guessed wrong, you get splatted. Or in my case, you take the wrong exit and get stuck on a beach. At the time, I didn't realize you could take the entrance back to the mine and drown in the ocean. Then I came back after the bubble riding minigame and got filtered all over again because I brought my aqua lung, but no flippers, and I couldn't swim out of the bottom cavern. Dizzy has taught me that I haven't progressed very much as an adult, and I'm struggling with an hour-long video game that's old enough to be the child bride that died giving birth to me. At least the music is nice. In general, this is a very nice game that you can show your grandma. It's not some NTR RPG Maker slop that would surely break her pacemaker. In the end, you fight the wizard. He's not very good at
I mean, I guess that could break a pacemaker.
That's true, yeah. I mean, he's not wrong.
Wait, I'm confused. So I thought you're supposed to get medicine for your grandpa. Then what's the...
Right, why are you saving your girlfriend then?
Magic, but he has a mirror, which is good at reflecting magic. He's turned to stone and dies, presumably as an involuntary celibate. Your reward is a kiss from your fair maiden, which I think is reward enough. Recently, I had an epiphany. I cover many games where I have a script, I have footage, but it's not long enough to justify a full video. Then I realized the title of the video doesn't have to be accurate. So, I have no lack of content, which is important when I'm committed to giving sponsors the lowest quality for the highest rate of return. There are three things I value in this life: my mother, my data, and your mother. You know who else loves these things? Data brokers. Remember, everything you do online can be traced directly to your IP address via your service provider. But they wouldn't sell your personal information to governments and private companies just for a quick buck, would they?
No, they wouldn't do that.
Data brokers use this information to piece together what kind of person you are and sell you ads. Just last week, I Googled one C++ tutorial. I now own 6 pairs of programming socks.
I think he goes to a completely different game.
Is the horror of a dreaded data broker. How did they know?
But I have so many questions about the egg.
Moment
Ew, he uses voice meter.
Ew, dude. What? How does
oh
he
my
do
god,
that?
that thing sucks. What? How old are his mom? Wait, what? His mom look old. Hold on,
Yeah,
wait.
what is that middle screen too?
I got a bunch of
What-
tabs.
what is going
Dude,
on?
what is? Yeah, what is
Because in one brief moment of foolish weakness, I forgot to turn on ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN masks your digital footprint and stops those pesky brokers in their tracks.
You really
It's
need
not
to play
just
Yakuza
brokers
games.
You gotta look
Yeah,
out for. Ask
I
yourself this: who owns the
am so
Wi-Fi
intrigued.
you
It's
use
like in the
to browse
backlog.
all your favorite content? Is it your mom, my mom, your boss? Perhaps.
Was that wait? Was
your
that in
local
the
public
pre? Was that in the draft episode?
Is it your mom, my mom, your boss? Perhaps
Did I
your
miss it?
local public
I don't
library.
know.
Well, if you and your waifu keep having these not-so-secret rendezvous on their Wi-Fi, they can still see everything, even in incognito mode. Now, your mother will disown you. Your boss will garnish your wages. And the
What is-
library will revoke your card.
What is
Now,
going
your
on in this
Wi-Fi
video?
is canceled. But Seth, I hear you cry. All this computational back and forth sounds really complicated. Not to worry, my friend. ExpressVPN does all the hard work for you. Just turn it on, hit one button, and voila. All your network traffic is sent through a secure encrypted tunnel. How strong? So strong it would take a supercomputer 1 billion years to crack. Find out how you can get 3 months of ExpressVPN for free by visiting expressvpn.com/Seth or by clicking the link in the description below. What if I
Ouch.
told you an action RPG released 2005 that's over 19 years old had fully working multiplayer? Until recently, when some corporate goon came in and ordered the unpaid intern to manually disable the multiplayer button. That's not a joke. They're just that petty. The latest copy of Dungeon Siege 2 on Steam presents you with a menu where the
I think he just did that egg game just to kill time enough to make a video full enough for the sponsor. But that's my running theory.
I think that is what happened, right? How long was the
Multiplayer.
sponsor read?
sponsor read was like, let's see,
It was like 10 seconds. Oh,
Sponsor
no, it
was
was
like 3 minutes to like it was about 2 minutes.
And then
is great.
10 minutes of this,
Yeah,
huh?
so
Okay.
naturally, people refer
I mean,
to
I'm
the
in
internet
for it.
Right,
you know.
right.
perfectly. We managed to finish the whole campaign using only the most premium gaming platform. It's old, it's scuffed, and it plays adverts that can be blocked by editing your System32 host file. But guess what? It has charm. This game infects my consciousness.
I'd kill you first, green lady.
There's quotes from a tutorial burned into my brain.
Those must be the Bracken we learned about as children. Let's take them out. These Bracken are as weak as Calrathian ale. These creatures remind me of our scuffles with the Tackler. Tough. These wooden creatures are weak to fire. Too bad I'm not a combat mage. These Ketrel are tough. Next time we see one, use my brutal attack power on it. That'll surprise them.
The story is very simple. You and your
Lore.
friend Drevin enlist in PMC Wagner. Before dying, he gives you his magical plot armor amulet.
We have completed our task. When can we expect our pay? Look out!
And then he dies. The rest doesn't really matter. You don't have to
Yeah.
pay attention. Just kill things and have a good time.
Oh my lord, I don't care. Wait,
An age ago,
Wait,
Zerum
I skipped
Don't care.
Anyway, we get captured as war criminals because we attacked a UNESCO heritage site. Understandably, the Dryades don't like us, and they've put good boy compliance collars on all the prisoners. One of them makes a break for it, which isn't very smart. On the other hand, you did enlist as a mercenary for people who look like this. They say, don't judge a book by its cover. I say, physicality reflects inner state, and all the most horrible people I've ever encountered look like something that escaped the minds of Moria. The prison warden gives you a chance to prove yourself by burning down a bunch of Morden watchtowers. This is one of several situations.
I
in
don't-
this
what
game where you
exactly
have to
are they
think. Don't
doing?
worry, there's not many. There's
I-
also not much
the-
dialogue in this
I don't
game,
know.
except for Daru. Daru never stops talking, and she will.
Why does he
begin
wanna
her
play
monologue
these
in the middle of a
games?
fight. For this
I
reason,
don't
always
know.
recommend putting
I
Daru
mean,
in your
this
party
looks
because
cool. I've
it's
never
very
played
entertaining
Dungeon
to get
Siege,
wiped
but
by
like
Have
this
you
Daru.
looks
heard of it, though?
cool.
This game
Yeah.
is quite intense. I'm not kidding when I say it's
I think
about
I've heard
1 or
of
2
the
taps and you're
third
dead.
one was on
3 if
Xbox
you're at 10.
360.
And even a trash mob encounter can
Oh,
leave your
really?
party dead.
But I didn't know it was like this kind of game. I've never played it.
I'm gonna be real. This ain't looking good.
So it's important to have a plan, build, or idea of what you're doing, which we did not. You level up by doing damage of a particular affinity, melee, ranged, combat,
Okay.
or nature magic, and you can mix and match freely. Don't like your mage? Pick up a sword. Don't like your fighter? Take a bow. There's nothing stopping you from leveling every single tree except free time and practicality, and there's no limitation on what any of your characters can be. Did my friend have to relevel Tar as a combat mage? No, but it's funny. The Broken Worlds expansion adds 2 hybrid classes.
There's an
Fist of
expansion?
Flame and Blood
Yeah,
Assassin.
what?
One of these sucks ass. The other one lets nature mages have more armor than the tank. If you find yourself dying, just get more armor. There is no other statistic that matters for the average player. Leveling in Affinity lets you put skill points in that tree, and certain combinations unlock powers. Powers win fights.
Oh.
Everything else is irrelevant. It's just filler until you use powers again. You charge them up by doing damage, and you release them when you want dopamine.
This wasn't
The
an
first
MMO, right?
difficulty curve is
It's just
No,
more like
it's
a...
just like a
as you will
Diablo-like,
likely
I think.
Split your party in half, and then one of us is going to pull the lever again, and we're going to repeat the whole process.
You know, it's not your fault. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, well, wait, don't worry.
Okay, get off. Get off the fucking. Well,
There you go. Okay. Oh my god.
Oh my
This
god.
game is entirely about budgeting because the main thing you spend money on is potions, and you must make an informed decision. Do I buy the regular potion for my level that heals fast for however much money, or the weakest, shittiest potion for 15 gold? The answer is always the shittiest potion, and then you fill every single tile of your inventory with health and mana potions. Quick spoiler, melee and ranged do damage. Nature and combat do the same damage at the same rate, but they cost mana. So if you're relying on
Okay.
magic for damage, go back. Don't do that. Also, do not ever try to alt-tab this game. It can't handle it, and you're going to lose your save. However, I have room temperature IQ, and I'm conditioned, like a Pavlovian dog, that each time I hear that Discord notification, I am compelled to tab out and ruin everything. Proceed
Damn,
with the
true.
I get told that
Oh
you
my
should
god, yeah.
probably seek treatment from an elvish shrine. This does nothing because the plague is actually caused by shard souls, which are the spirits of aborted NBA players, haunting the Planned Parenthood. No one can see them except for your party, and you're already immune because of Dragon's Amulet. With nothing left to do,
Wait, that was that was Sam Hyde in the
Was it
amulet.
really?
NBA players haunting the Planned Parenthood. No one can see them except for your party, and you're already immune because of Dragon's
Oh, okay. I guess Sam Hyde makes an
Yeah.
appearance. That's a good edit.
That's
Like
cool.
he.
I didn't know that.
Amulet. With nothing left to do, we take the road home. Along the way, we meet an old man who is definitely not the game's antagonist. He tells us we need to stop
that's good.
Doomsday by
Oh, yeah.
reforging the exact thing responsible for Doomsday and bringing it directly to the enemy leader. This is why we don't pay attention to the plot, the lore, or any kind of writing in this game. This is hack and slash. This is ADHD in its purest form, since we gave up being
What happened to Mark Zuckerberg? Why does he look so different from last time I've seen him?
Purify a fortress and force all the shard souls. This is
Wait,
why
so-
we don't.
wait.
This is hack and slash. This is ADHD in its purest form. Since we gave up being hunter-gatherers.
So like what did it have to do with what he said though? But
I don't.
I mean, if that's what Zuck wants to do with his money, then
I assume that's AI, right? No one edited that like, nicely.
Nope. He's an android. He can do.
True.
Yeah.
He changed his skin.
Being
I like it.
hunter-gatherers. Anyway, we purify a fortress and force all the shard souls out of their host bodies. Finding nothing else, they all dash into a snake, and we get our first boss fight, which is enjoyable because it's all
That's the
downhill from
first
here. I'm gonna-
boss?
That seemed pretty cool.
All of this has led to this? Oh my god, what?
Enjoyable because it's all downhill from here. I'm gonna skip around a bunch because
How many people
honestly,
can you
this
play
game is
with?
defined
There's
by
like
its
6
boss
guys
fights.
there.
Everything in between is relatively straightforward and not worth mentioning. The next boss fight is a dark wizard. These are mortal men that have forsaken humanity by adding extra jaws to the side of their face. Originally, I was going to joke about this, but as I wrote the words Sloppenheimer in my script document, I felt deeply disgusted with myself and took a cold shower. It took
Why? It's Oppenheimer would have been
That's
great.
such a good meme, though, yeah. I pay to enter your septic tank for an hour at a time.
But what I enjoy, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll bring my equipment and gain access to your septic. I then have my close the tank. After I've set my tripod care up, believe it or not, it's a great place to reflect.
a cold
True,
shower.
true.
It took us over an hour to kill him. This is easily the place where most people get filtered, because every one of his attacks will
he's been filtered like 8
and
times.
one of them doesn't even have a projectile. It's just hit scan and you're dead. You have to break down each part of his shield barrier to actually damage him, and then he can just recast it. And once you get him down to 1/3 of his health, he starts summoning his crystal. This is a DPS check that you have to save all your powers for and focus the moment it goes up, because if you don't, it kills everyone on the map regardless of distance. And after destroying it, you have approximately 5 seconds before he summons another. Next up is a dragon. You have to shoot with a ballista while avoiding hordes of infinitely spawning crabs. If he goes in the air, he rains down fire that burns you, the crabs, and more importantly, the ballista. This temporarily overheats the controls. However, the fight glitched and the ballista was now permanently disabled. Half an hour into this, I wasn't planning on reloading the game. I gambled on the idea that I could reset the object state by getting the dragon to cook the controls. And it turned out that worked exactly as planned. Except this is a 2-stage boss fight, and now we have to fight his bloodied head in a narrow hallway with no cover. Objectively, we have been filtered.
That's really cool, yeah.
Lying unconscious on the floor, we killed the dragon. How? Because for some reason, his second phase never actually kills you. And my nature mage, who was knocked out on the floor getting cooked by fireballs, was wearing a single piece of clothing with damage reflect that chunked the dragon's health for each tick of damage. Essentially,
that's awesome.
That's awesome,
what
yeah.
can I even say? We almost lost the first phase to a glitch, and we won the second with an exploit. A pleasant surprise, but usually it gets better before it gets worse. And we're no longer heading downhill because we've reached the bottom. Misery has 2 definitions: borderline personality and fighting 3 dark wizards at the same time.
What was that? Oh my god.
Man, this is gonna be rough. Okay, never mind, it's over.
I don't know if I can describe the incomprehensible pain of childbirth in a retarded position where you're fighting ground.
Having a map pat.
Map pat, no! Is what he left because he got impregnated by Springtrap? Dude, it all makes sense! Oh no!
Oh my
That's
god.
why he left! Dude, it all
That's
makes
art. That is art. Oh my god. I want that printed, hung in every hallway in America right now. Come on.
Birth in a retarded position where you're fighting gravity. But I'll try describing something much worse.
What is with him and Map Pat, dude? Oh my god.
Map pat freak for this.
I like how it's a game theory.
Imagine giving a boss the ability to cast a delayed explosion at your character's feet. Now make it spammable and make it affect everyone on screen. And if your characters are already dead, target them anyway. The problem of this fight isn't the free bosses spamming insta-kill area of effect attacks. The problem is that the animation to get up from being dead is longer than the animation that kills you. So that if you die in this fight, I cannot revive you, because the second I do, you get one shot. If not by the explosion, then by the billion insta-kill projectile beams that can clip an entire party. This fight didn't just break us.
That's
it broke
insane.
the whole game. It went on for so long that eventually the game started to randomly pause and desynchronize. Spells and AoE attacks stopped rendering, and eventually everything just grinded to a halt and crashed. So we rage quit the game for a week, and then we got them the second try in only half the time. I'm convinced most of my subconscious psyche was dedicated to training for the rematch, because I came back with reflex and strategy that I didn't know I had. If you can take out just one of them, the entire fight becomes much more tolerable. The last fight of the game is pretty okay. I don't expect you to have any trouble. You have to kill Valdis, who is normally invincible. However, this fight takes place in Baoshan Steel Limited, and the lack of workplace safety can work to your advantage.
Hi, Kevin Hart.
You got it.
Thank God. I was gonna kill myself if I rage quit.
Then we tried the Broken World expansion.
I know all this. I'm not some child.
Concentrate.
Oh my god.
Must focus if you want to learn.
Dude, this sucks.
And spoiler, it's complete dog shit. Turns out there's a good reason it's not sold anywhere online. Skip that shit. There's nothing good about it. In summary, I thoroughly recommend Dungeon Siege 2. It will test your friendship, and it will either wither away into ash.
What about the
because
8
you
game,
are
though?
not
Do you recommend
hero
that?
taught or
Do I go
cement
play the 8
and
game?
grow stronger. Because one day, you will play a competitive MOBA together. And if you're not prepared for that, you're going to be calling each other ethnic slurs for the last time. Because your e-friendship is over. You can play with up to 4 players. It's incredibly fun. fun. I'll try
it's
and
4
put
players.
instructions on how to patch the game in the description below, but in case this is not accurate, skill issue, figure it out. As always, more content to come, so stay tuned. I've been reading a lot of comments saying, lol, Seth isn't...
For what it's worth, we keep getting filtered in the comments that we didn't watch the end because it's usually some like final message, but
uploading.
Right.
He's busy digging tunnels under the synagogue. These jokes hurt my feelings and caused me to self-harm. A warm thanks to the many members of a Merchants Guild generously funding and bankrolling these videos. You're all truly wonderful. Have a good one.
that was it.
Did we get trolled? Wait, where was the final message?
We got, well, finally, there's one without one.
Yeah.
So we got 2 games in there. That was
I mean, he recommended Dungeon Siege 2, and it did look kind of cool. But the egg game, dude, like, he left me hanging.
right, yeah. Well,
Do I play the egg game? Is it worth it?
When we're huge, we'll have to go to that game, and all 4 of us just like party
Just
on,
blast through it.
just like, oh god. All right, well.
Beautiful.
Like, comment, subscribe, become a member today. Tell us what to react to next, and leave a comment below. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.